I'm Jay Draper with the Disability Channel, and I'm at Canadian Music Week with
Caro.
And Doe from Bad Skin.
Lola Buns. Rachel. Dynasty.
Juan.
B.
Matt.
Mackenzie.
Sophie. Amy.
Would you mind telling me a little bit? You're here with a band, right? You said from Montreal. Do you mind telling me a little bit about you guys and your sound and what you do?
Yeah, we're actually a punk band from Montreal, and we have been all over the place in Montreal, and now we're getting international. So we did gigs in the UK. We just came back from Bulgaria, and we have a show next week, 2 weeks in actually, at Summerfest. So we're pretty excited. We're pretty booked, but we want to get more booked, you know?
And something particular about our band, it's like it's an all-girl punk band. So if you want to support women, it's a great way to go.
I'm a hip-hop artist. I'm here to just network, meet people, hear from, professionals that know a lot of information that I don't have, and just meet people and meet other artists as well.
So it's good to network.
Rachel, I'm a creative project manager, run my own company, here to network as well, see the showcases, and just meet new people and gain all the knowledge as well.
My name's Dynasty, and I am a music artist. I sing, rap, dance, act, all that good stuff, and I coach emerging artists as well.
Just really trying to find some people to network with, some good contacts I can work with. I'm an artist, a producer, a writer. For myself, I produce like some psychedelic music, sort of like some Tame Impala, Pink Floyd, that kind of stuff.
Love Pink Floyd.
But for other people, I produce more like reggaeton, tropical stuff, dancehall, because that's where I'm from, Colombia, and I produce for artists over there. Okay. And yeah, that's what I do.
What are your thoughts on Piper at the Gates of Dawn?
I love it. Yeah.
Fantastic album.
I'm B, and I came here kind of as a representative for my band because I'm a bassist and an instrumentalist, and I've been kind of sent to meet people on behalf of the band, so that's what I'm doing.
First of all, bass is an incredibly underrated instrument, one of my favorite instruments. What's the name of your band?
The band is called February Hate Club. Yeah, it's kind of like an alt-pop indie kind of moment. It's like the early 2000s pop punk of like Fall Out Boy meets the jangly synthesizer stuff of like the 1975. It's really fun.
Awesome. Love jangly synthesizers, and I love the makeup too, by the way.
Okay, so I'm Matt. I'm a electronic and hip-hop music producer, and I'm just here to look to network, look for people to work with, that kind of stuff. I do mixing and mastering. I'm comfortable with like a bunch of different genres.
We're all from Algonquin College in the Music Industry Arts program, and we're here with our program.
We're artists, so we're in a band together called the Post Faders.
What are your thoughts on the independent music landscape post-pandemic, with a lot of clubs closing down and things like that?
It's certainly been a trip, but we learned how to adapt to it. Now it's more, there's a lot of like online concerts, online events, and honestly, we're relying more on social media nowadays than we did on touring and all that stuff. So I think it was more like a way of adapting ourselves to the more like modern scene,
It's really interesting to see the way that it has changed music in general, not even just indie music, but the industry as a whole. Like with a lot of clubs closing, it's forced people to congregate in like online spaces, which is a really interesting avenue that I don't think people could have foreseen like 5-10 years ago. But the way it's turned around is really interesting. But I do hope that a lot more clubs come back, a lot more smaller venues that have forced to been closed. But I do think that people are working their way into opening more smaller spaces and communities that have been replaced.
So probably lucky if it had to happen, it happened in this age for artists. They can communicate easier that way.
I'm not super well informed about the how it's affected people. I know it's sad that a lot of things are shutting down, and I do know that people are coping with it with technology and a lot of stuff. And I'm just hoping that stuff can be rebuilt, and smaller businesses that are affected the most can build themselves back up.
Yeah, it's been like you said earlier, like both ways, because yes, it's sad because a lot of places in Montreal closed also, but new places opened up and some renovated their place. And I can think like El Mocambo, like they renovated everything, and that's so crazy. And we're playing actually there tomorrow, so we're like super excited.
I actually haven't been to the new El Mocambo yet, so that's cool. Maybe I'll come by.
You'll pass by tomorrow. But I feel like it's sad that all the venues are closing, but I feel it's also like the evolution also of music, and people are more on their phone, they expect to see shows live, so a fun way to support your artists, it's go out there, go in the venue, spend the $5 to go and support the people, the real people that are out there, because it takes time for an artist to actually create a show and like to get ready and like the rehearsal and all those things. So supporting the artist and really going to the venue, I think like it's really important.
Yeah. And the gear is not, it's like it's really expensive. So.
and heavy to move around, I know.
I think it's pretty tough. Like, I know in Toronto recently, I think it was the Mod Club closed down. And
I live right by there, yeah.
yeah, I know that's like a signature venue because like The Weeknd had his first show there, which is crazy. But yeah, no, I think we're definitely bouncing back, but it was there's going to be a big scar in the industry, definitely.
I think it's definitely been hard for like a lot of artists because I feel like because of like COVID and quarantine, people have like developed stage fright because it's been so long since they've like performed, and I found like talking to a lot of other artists, they've had like similar experiences like that. So yeah,
It's hard getting back out there after a long break, definitely.
Not used to it anymore.
Yeah. Like we're from Ottawa and we have like a few local venues and stuff, and I know some places closed down and some places like almost did. Like there's a spot called the Rainbow that's like pretty popular and it's tiny and it got like saved by investors and stuff. Like it was gonna close, but I feel like a lot of people missed the opportunity during COVID to like get out there, and just like where Sophie and I are with our band, like we just formed it because we met in school. But before that, there wasn't like a lot of opportunities to go to open mics and stuff. So I feel like I missed like a chunk of practicing in front of people, and it's like hard to do online stuff. But
it's hard enough being an artist before the pandemic, even. Because with the Disability Channel, I have to ask you, what your thoughts are on the representation of people with disabilities in the music industry and media in general?
I feel like we have a place, but it could be like more, you know. There's always like we have like to step up, you know, just to learn more and then do whatever can we change to do more. So I feel like it should come both ways. It also like they can suggest to the artists or just to the music people, we would like to do this. We would like, are you able to offer this for us? And just like to have like a really good communication. So just to be like a little bit better. But I feel we're doing good. But I feel like it could be better, you know.
Yeah, definitely we should push that. They should do shows for people who have disabilities, and I feel like in between artists too, we should support other people too, and we should create more events for people.
Music is for everyone, right?
Exactly. Universal language.
I definitely think it has to improve. You know, I think that there's an open area for that, like for people to learn more too about people that, you know, in disabilities working. But I think there's room for improvement.
Yes, people with disabilities need to be in the entertainment space. There is no bars hold on that. They have a lot to contribute and a lot to give us, and a lot of expertise that we may not see as gaps in the industry. They can fill those gaps for us, and it'll just be more expansive for everyone.
I think that there's a lack of representation for sure right now, but I also believe that, you know, if it doesn't matter if you have a disability or if you're of a different culture or a different background, whatever it is that might be like holding you back, if you feel like you're excluded from a specific space, you're really not. You just have to find a way to break in and like be extra creative, be extra bold, and have extra energy to just go in and make yourself known.
Honestly, by like educating people. That's why I think, to be honest.
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on this. As a disabled person, it is really hard to find representation because, you know, a lot of times when people find out that you're disabled, you're automatically pitied and treated as like an invalid, and especially as like a younger person who does have chronic illness, and it is very much affecting my life as just a regular person going about my daily business, but also as an artist, because, you know, a lot of it is you have to work so hard, like 24/7. You have to throw all of your energy into it, and if you can't keep up, you're gone. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize just how many disabled people there are of all walks of life and of all experiences. So it means a lot to me as a disabled person who is trying to be out there and like create art, because it is representation that I never saw, because I was like so ashamed of it for such a long time. And you know, now I'm like, I'm disabled, like it is a fact, and there are many more interesting things about me, but it is nice to like see yourself in a way, and I think the music industry can do a lot better than it is right now, but working really hard to change that.
I think it's great to be able to shine a light on people, no matter who they are, what they are, that they are able to create and show themselves as a person. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that there definitely needs to be more room for people with disabilities to exactly like shine and just show their talents, because they're just as talented as everyone else, you know, if they, you know.
Music is a human expression. Humans come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, I think people are definitely getting better about like accessibility and stuff and like representation. And I know like a few people who like do music and have disabilities, and I think you were just interviewing one of my friends too. I'm sure she was talking about that beat. But it's definitely like it's getting better, but I don't think it's like where it needs to be possibly.
I've been Jay Draper from the Disability Channel, and we're Canadian Music Week. Have a lovely day.